If you are new to the channel, then subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification. Okay student, welcome you all to this new lecture on advanced level maths where we are solving previous year IIT JEE questions. So today we will be solving two questions, question number 11a and 11b. Okay, then let's try to solve these questions. Okay, if you see question number 11a, consider two curves. So one is given this, one is given this. So this one you have not I have not shown you to this one. This is parabola. We will see later after this circle. Next topic is parabola. So this is a circle. Then this touches each other only at one point. This wants you to touch at exactly 2 points, intersect at 2 points, neither intersect nor touch. So if you can draw a circle and parabola, if you draw a circle and a parabola, it can be of this fashion. A circle and parabola can be of this fashion. So they can touch at 2 points, they can intersect at 2 points, they can touch at single point, they can intersect, cannot intersect at 1 point. It is not possible because if it intersect then it has to intersect another, but they can touch at 1 point. So let us see, touch each other at only 1 point and intersect, neither intersect, or they can be of outside also. So these are the case. So they can either 2 point or if it is a single point then it will be only touch. 2 points it may touch also, it may cut also, and that may also. All the cases are possible. So let us first draw it. You will know it little bit later how to draw y square. If it is a square of y then it is a symmetry of x. Those who know, that's okay, otherwise I will going to explain it in parabola chapter. So for now you remember it is in this fashion. And the circle, you know how to find the center and this one. So if you find this center and radius, so its center is equal to 3, 0. So it is at 3, 0. And what is its radius? Its radius will be of 2 unit. So I have done this one. Okay. So now to first you solve these two equations. In order to find a point, you need to solve this equation. So if I solve this where they are touching, so I am solving instead of y square. If I put, I will get x equal to 1. So you get two values. X equal to 1 it is plus 2, x equal to 1 it is minus 2. Now by seeing it you can see it is touching, because it has to, if it has to intersect, then it has to go through like this. Suppose this is my circle. Suppose this is my circle. So if it has to intersect, then it has to be something of this fashion, or it can intersect in 4 point also. It may intersect in 4 point, but here it is not the case. As you can see, because you are getting 2 points, one it at plus 2, one it at minus 2. So obviously you can feel that it will touch here and it will touch here. So by seeing it, by seeing the drawing, you can answer it. It is option B. Now if you are still confused whether it will touch or intersect, I don't know. In the exam how I will know? It may be on this, without drawing it may be something of this fashion also. So these are the 2 points. I don't know. Although here, from here you can see it is plus 2, one is minus 2. Obviously it is 2 extreme point. But okay, for argument you can say this 2r can be intersecting point also. So for surety, what we need to find, we need to see whether it is tangent at this point or not. At 1, 2, if I draw a tangent, that should be tangent to curve parabola also, that should be tangent to your circle also, both. So how to draw a tangent at 1, 2? This is the point 1, 2 for circle. We know what is the formula. SS1 is equal to 0. How to write it as SS1? You have already seen this one. I have explained in theory. So x into x1, y into y1. Then it is minus 3 into x plus x1. Minus, because you can think x plus x1 2 is coming, so that's why it is minus 3. F is already 0 here, and then C. So if you solve it, this is the equation of the tangent of this circle at this point. So now because it is touching at this point, because it is touching, so the tangent will be tangent for parabola also. This tangent will be at this is something of this fashion. So it will be a tangent for parabola also, it will be tangent for that circle also, both. Okay, at that point. So at that point, if you draw a tangent to this parabola also, so again for parabola also you will know that it is also same format like SS1 format. So it is y1 is equal to, because you are writing x plus x1, so it will be 2ax plus x1. That's it. So same if I do for 1 at 1, 2, if I write the tangent for this parabola, so it will be y into y1, and then 2 into a is here already 1, because it was y square equal to 4x. So it will be 4, instead of 4 it will be 2, half of that one. So 2x plus x1. So it is, you can see if you divide by 2 it is the same line. That means they are touching at 2. They are touching at these 2 points. That means at this point it is touching point, not intersecting point. Because if it had been intersecting, that had not been a tangent to circle or parabola. So both are touching at this point, that's why it became a tangent. But from here only you can give the answer if you draw a little bit. No need to go further. From 11b, consider line L1. There is a line L1, this, and line L2, two lines, where P is a real number and C is a circle. This is the circle given to you. Statement 1. If L1 is a chord of circle C, then L2 is not always a diameter of the circle C. First statement. Second, if L1 is a diameter of the circle C, then L2 is not a chord of the circle C. So let us understand this one. So if you see the circle first, so if I draw the circle first, or you just for the what is G and C, F, no need to exactly drawing out also. Let me just mark the center here. What is G here? G is here -3, and what is F? F is here 5. What is this radius? Radius is 9 plus 25 minus 30, so it is 4. Radius is 2, so it has a radius of 2 units. That's I know. Okay. Now if you see these two lines, if you see carefully, these two are parallel lines because xy coefficient are same. So if L1 is a chord, suppose if one line is a chord, this is L1, if it is a chord, then L2 is not always a diameter. Then L2 may be diameter, may not be diameter, we don't know. So we can find the distance between these two, L1 and L2, because if the distance is greater than 2 plus 2, 4, then it will L2 never be inside that circle. It has to be outside. So you have to see what is the distance between these two, and then you can see second statement. If L1 is the diameter, if you make this one as a diameter, then L2 is not a chord. Then distance between these two, if it is less than 2, then it will be chord. Otherwise L2 will be outside. So let us see the distance between these two circles. From that we can see if one is diameter, one can be chord or not. So because they are parallel lines, how to find the distance? It was C1 minus C2 by under root a square plus b square from the straight line concept. Radius we have calculated. So if you solve it, you can see it is PP cancel, it is less than 2, 6 by root 3. 6 by root 3 is 6 by around root 3 is 3 point something. So if you divide by more than 3, it will be less than 2. So because it is less than 2, now the distance between them is less than. So now come to statement 2. If L1 is the diameter of C, then L2 is not a chord. Distance between them is less than 2. Because it is less than 2 and the distance is 2, so obviously L2 has to be inside. It cannot go outside. So from the statement 2 itself, it is wrong. You can see. If L1 is the diameter, then L2 has to be inside because the distance is less than 2. So statement 2 is wrong. If 2 is wrong, then you know these are the standard options. You will find it in your questions. 1 is 2, 2 is 2, 1 is a correct explanation. So you can see if 2 is false, then option C is there. So obviously option C is the correct option because C is false and D is 1 is false. But here now you can check 1 also. If L1 is a chord, now because L1 has become a chord, the L2 is not always diameter. Now you cannot say because the distance between them is less than 2. So LT can be here also, L2 can be here also. Obviously L2 cannot be outside because distance L2 here also it can be. So it can be outside also. If L1 becomes chord, then L2 can be outside also. But it is not necessary that every time it will be diameter. It may be, may not be. So that's why option A is correct. Statement A is correct. Answer is option C. If you like the video, then press the like button and please give your valuable comments in the comment section.